Hello, uh, my name is Christina Johnson, and I am from Chemical Engineering Study Program, Faculty of Engineering, University of Mula Warman. For all of us, perhaps a pandemic is a very unpleasant thing. As we know, there are many activities that we can do as a result of a pandemic. We cannot go on walks outside the house and so on. But recently it has been established that we can travel outside the home as long as we comply the health protocol. On Sunday, December 6, 2020, the vaccine of COVID-19 has arrived in Indonesia. Uh, this is certainly a good news for all of us, considering that we've been through very difficult times during the past few months. However, the vaccine that has arrived still has to go through several times before it's given to the public. While waiting for some times for the vaccine to given to the community, we can do many activities or hobby that we enjoy. So, I have summarized what hobby are common during this time of the pandemic. Number 1. Before the pandemic, only a few people were willing to spend their time on this hobby because there was not enough time before the pandemic. After the pandemic, we are all required to carry out activities from home where we will have more time. According to CNN Indonesia, the number of Netflix subscribers has increased during the pandemic, which we can conclude that the growth of this hobby during the pandemic has increased. Number 2. Almost the same as watching movies. It's just that by reading, we can imagine what we read. However, reading activities require a longer time to do. In contrast to watching a film, which can be finished in 1 hour, reading takes a little bit long, so it takes a very free time to do this hobby. There are many types of books that can be read to fill your spare time during a pandemic, such as novels, textbooks, recipe books, and others. Number 3. Playing video games is something that is very fun because by playing video games we can feel entertained. Playing video games also sometimes make us lose track of time because it's too fun. Since the pandemic hit, we spend more time at home doing activities such as school or work than immediately playing video games. Many types of games that can be played such as FPS, MOBA, adventure, horror, thriller, puzzles, and others. Since the pandemic hit, several game providers have provided discount to their members. One of the examples is Epic Games, which provides Grand Theft Auto 5 games for free. Number 4. During a pandemic, we feel bored in doing anything. We definitely feel like trying new things. I think cooking is one of the hobbies that are usually done during a pandemic. During a pandemic, people who have a hobby of cooking are happy to be creative to find new menus. In the world of the internet with all its limitations, we can find tons of interesting recipes. Instagram is a source of lots of inspiration in cooking. Number 5. If you have a hobby of cooking, then of course there's a hobby of eating. This hobby was owned by many people even before this pandemic began. Since the pandemic, People feel confused about what to do, which stimulates the brain to continue eating and eating. Many people gain weight after the pandemic because of this hobby. Number 6. Maybe all of you are confused about why you can do a hobby of exercising during a pandemic. In fact, the pandemic itself is not over. The sport referred to in this case is like exercise that doesn't require a large place to move. For the examples is push up, sit up, back up, squat, plank, and so on. This is done to keep our bodies healthy during the pandemic. In conclusion, pandemics are not such a bad things. We can still do useful things for ourselves. Some of the examples that we've been presented are evidence that this pandemic is not that frightening. No. Moreover, we've received a good news that we've received the vaccine for COVID-19. Maybe there are still many hobbies that I haven't mentioned, but that's not a problem. A hobby is still a hobby. So that's it, and thank you. And don't forget to like this video if it's useful to all of you.